Fiddle again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Ted Minka's Collection Adventure! We're going to pick up where we left off from. We were worried we were going to get fuzzy fever. We're feeling fuzzy. So we ordered the normal medicine, but sadly it doesn't seem to have fixed it. It's given us some side effects. We're now not feeling great because we've taken medicine when we shouldn't have. On top of feeling fuzzy. It's not great. Our lifestyle brand isn't doing very well. We're going to do a bit of an update and switch to clothing from accessories, see if that makes any difference. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. Much like I don't really know how to fix the rodent illness problem. Fuzzy fever sounds bad. We're going to update our mural on the wall. A nice space design that Millie's created for us. Yeah, transmittable rodent disease. Yeah, bit of a disaster that. We're going to press on. We're up to level 8 of the research and debate skill. On our normal computer we can research fuzzy fever. So now that we've researched it, we should be able to order the correct medicine that's specific for rabid rodent fever. There we go. So we can cure it and then get an inoculation. Both of those. Seems like a good idea. That'd be an awful way to go out. It's not the way I want the playthrough to end. Just suddenly it's over. He got fuzzy fever and that was that. So we've got some legendary knittable in our inventory. I'm going to try and find somewhere to get that popped out. It's chonky, it wants to sit on something, or just sit by itself. Maybe just hide it away behind our sculpture for just now. Yeah, that sculpture seemed like a good idea, but it's just massive and taking up a lot of space. We'll have to wait until we give up on the tiny home, and then we can create a nice big basement. Get a lot of this stuff that we've got out in the garden popped downstairs. And we'll have more room. Can maybe get some landscaping item or something. Complete the mansion barren. So we've been invited to duel. Pretty successful at dueling nowadays. Haven't lost a duel for a while. We're able to get another perk. We've only got 2 more to get. Doesn't matter really which one we pick, because we're going to get the other one soon enough. It's New Year's Eve, so we're going to commit to raising a skill. We've only got a few skills left to get until we go on the jungle adventure and unlock a new one. So yeah, we're managing to get these magical artifacts. Finding plenty of jewels. Gonna get our New Year's Eve interactions done, so we can get a gold pass for the holiday. Get some satisfaction points. Have a look through the inventory. Eat some of our fresh produce. Instead of us needing to cook something up, we'll get some leftovers. So we've got our research and debate up to level 9. That's completed the New Year's resolution. We've got 7 more candles to make. Gonna license a couple of songs. Keep the revenue coming in. Keep the fame up. 3.5 million. Interest payments are doing as well. I'm gonna appeal to the wishing well. See if we can reset our age. We could nip over to Strangerville if it doesn't work and go see the mother plant. It is the way to go. We're kind of busy working away on our skills here. So if it doesn't work, we'll just buy the Potion of Youth. We've also got loads of satisfaction points that we're not really spending. We've got everything we could need. Yeah, it didn't work. It rolled us back a couple of days. Not even noticeable on the scale. We'll get the Potion of Youth and chug that. I'll reset our age back to the beginning. Ah, youthful vigor. If only. Yeah, I'd pay a few grand for that. Send me back to like 30. I'll take it. I'll take your entire stock. So we're getting there with our candles. Just a few more to go. It's been a bit of a mammoth task, but we've done quite well at breaking it up by doing other things in between. The rabid rodent disease was a good distraction. So we'll get some of them popped out. Yeah, they might dissolve in the rain if we're leaving them outside, but oh well. It's only really for the aspiration. Candles are nice, but I'm not overly attached to them. We can always make more if we want to. So we've maxed out our research and debate skill. It's another skill item we need to get. We're running out of those as well. We're coming towards the end of the first section. Get these remaining skills finished off. We can go over to university before we start doing some jobs. So we've made another donation. I'm going to read some Herbalism and Archaeology, see if we can get them finished off. Invited for another duel. I do want to complete the magical artifacts collection. Thankfully there's a couple of people here. So we'll try and convince the person that invited us for a duel to duel for artifacts. And if it doesn't work out, we can always try the other person. Yeah, our original person's disappeared. Often they just come for the one duel and then they're off again. So yeah, we'll battle this other person. Gets us a couple more wands. Yeah, apparently we can't get all of the magical artifacts. I get the feeling like we'll be able to get the tick for completing the collection, but we won't have all the items that are greyed out. And we'll have to get them from the build buy mode at some point. Maybe we can get them all, like all the wands for one non-skill item point, and all the familiars or whatever. I think we've got all the familiars, so yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We've managed to max out our skiing skill, doing some gnarly flips and stuff. Like, you can see the difference in the animations as they go down, as they level up their skills and start doing tricks and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're going to get back on our books. It's good that we can level up just by reading without having to sit and practice on the skill items. And to finish it off, I think we're up to almost to the end. We'll work away on our archaeology bench to finish it off. It's another skill done. We're gonna brew some herbal remedy. Energizer infusion. Sounds great. Yeah, I've never done this before. Yeah, that gets us up to level 10 Herbalism. Nature's Course. Lovely. Look at this glorious golden sight. Yep, just parenting to go now. We'll get the last of these candles made. Get that part of the aspiration done. Doing gigs as a freelancer. It's definitely work, but sort of halfway into work. Maybe try that before we do a proper job. Get an adoption notice that someone's adopted a cat from another family. It's kind of cute. If we can get this parenting skill finished off, maybe think about adopting our own cat. Definitely want to befriend one of the stray ones and adopt that, rather than adopting from the computer. Seems more ethical. Poor things shouldn't be out there alone. So we'll get the last of our candles popped out. Get them extinguished so they don't just burn away. And we'll find our parenting books. Sit and read them for a bit. See if we can finish off this parenting skill. Get a good chunk of it done. Yeah, we'll make it up to level 5. We'll switch up our aspiration again. There's not a lot of things we can switch to. There is an animal one, but it doesn't count Whiskers as a pet. Even though we've got a good relationship, it doesn't count for either of those, which is no use. So we'll have to wait until we've got a cat for that. We'll have to climb to the top of the mountain. I do want to get that done. I'm not sure. I know you've got to take other people with you, so I'm not sure about who should take. Whether it needs to be people with good climbing skill, whether I should befriend some people in Mount Komorebi first and take them with me. Don't know. Yeah, it's a bit of a thought, so come back to that. There's not many other things that we can do. A lot of them want us to be a parent or be a vampire. Neither of which I'm really ready for. Everything else wants us to get a job. I do want to get Mansion Baron done. You'd think you would be able to do it just getting the rare plants. Spend a skill point getting a couple of rare plants. These seed packets should do the job really. We now have an extra $3,000 worth of landscaping items in theory, because we have 3 seed packets sitting there. And these other things that we could get are just a little bit too big, because we've got all this stuff out in our garden. So yeah, I think we'll have to come back to that. We'll get a nice little pool or something. Our own little hot springs for the garden. Something of high enough value to trigger the Mansion Baron. But we'll have to wait until we create a basement for that. A decent sized one, not just a little room. Have one as big as the house. And we can have our bowling alley downstairs, and that'll give us more room out in the garden. Some of this extra furniture tucked away. Got so much stuff in our household inventory. Try and get most of that sold off really. We're running out of space for quirky furniture. Some little ornamental stuff, yeah, we can get that out. Quite a nice end table. I kind of want to keep that. Yeah, TVs and things. A nice purple dresser. Another stove. Don't think we'll necessarily need a second kitchen downstairs. Maybe pop our fizzing station or something down there. I think that makes as much sense in a basement as it does outside. Yeah, smaller ornamental things. Try and find a space for. This bench looks really cool. Really don't need any more benches, but it looks awesome, you know, like a sucker for a nice looking bench. I think it as well from Ted being a hobo at the start, you know, and needing to sleep on benches. He's very protective over them, he doesn't want to get rid of them. He always needs a healthy supply of benches, so he's always got somewhere to crash out. Shame, it's like hobo PTSD. So we'll magically repair some of these broken things. These dark candles that popped out, I'm not sure if they're broken, but can't seem to click on them to light them or fix them. They just seem there now. So well, we popped out all that stuff. Doesn't seem to have really made much of a difference to our landscaping, even though I'm sure some of it falls under that category. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that when we've got more room. In the meantime, I guess we can do Outdoor Enthusiast. Just means having to cook up some beetles over the campfire. Hopefully he's not just gonna autonomously eat them after he's cooked them. Maybe we can get him to eat some marshmallows instead. So we'll head over. Let's say we're going for a week. Should be enough time to do all the things we need to do. Of course, Millie's come with us. Classic. Get her sent home. Tell her to make sure to care for herself. Oh, he loves that game with the horseshoes. He's straight on it. He's like, yeah, I love to come back here. Granite Falls, I get to play the horseshoe game. It's like, yeah, but I want you to go looking for insects, you know? I want you to do boring things. He's like, no, horseshoes. We're going to go and speak to the ranger. I'm not sure about the placement of this tent. Got him to just place in world. But, yeah, don't like it here. Right next to a fire. Right next to the horseshoes. I think this space is a lot better. Get him to sort of go right into the middle. And tell him to pop it down in here. Hopefully this will be a much better space. Yeah, it's kind of facing the wrong way, but at least it's in some open area. Not right next to a fire. So, we've found a space to dig. We've got some sapphire. Pretty sure we've already got that, but never mind. There's a space that we can get camping supplies. Got a healthy amount of stuff in here. Theoretically, you could start here. If you're making enough money, do a rags to riches start in here. As long as you're paying, you know, extending the vacation daily. Don't think there's necessarily enough people coming past for you to just buy a guitar and make tips. You could definitely go fishing or something and sell the fish. Start with nothing. And survive, just extending the renting it out day by day. That could be interesting. Okay, Granite Falls only. Yeah, a good amount of stuff you can get from there. Skill items and all. So we've found the campfire. We'll get on to the next part of this aspiration. And then we'll come back next time, pick up where we left off from. Till then, take it easy, I'll see you in the next one.